was Hurricane Helene left a 500-mile path of destruction in the south and the east. And the question is, does the federal government have the resources available to help the millions of Americans who've been impacted? I sat down with FEMA to get an idea of, first, what these people are up against.
We are working quickly with our partners at Department of Energy and the United States Army Corps of Engineers to restore power. And I also know that access roads are an issue as well. We had Secretary Pete Buttigieg here at our headquarters today talking to us about how DOT is helping to restore those roads. You know, one of the things that's so challenging about these hurricanes is that you have, like you said, Lisa, you have bridges and roads that completely get washed out by flooding and these events. And so we are going to work as quickly as we can with the federal government to help restore them. But, you know, recovery is complicated and it is possible, but it may take some time.
Not just time, but a recovery like this is going to cost money. And a lot of it. Some experts have compared Hurricane Helene to Hurricane Katrina, which cost the U.S. government more than $100 billion. And that was back in 2005. And while FEMA is adamant it has the money right now to address the immediate needs of the victims of Helene, that may not be the case when the current temporary government spending bill expires on December 20th.
There is no doubt that this is going to cost a lot of money, but I think the most important thing I want people to know is that FEMA has the resources and funds to support you. I don't want anyone in the impacted states to feel that FEMA isn't going to be able to help you. We do have enough funding, we do have enough resources, and we want to make sure we get it to you. But you're right, again, come December 20th, we could be in that moment. You know, NOAA has quoted that in the past several years, I think in last year, there were $28 billion disasters. We are feeling these impacts of these extreme weather events across the country and across the world, quite frankly. And so FEMA has had to adapt because of the growing needs of these extreme weather events.
President Biden has floated the idea of possibly asking Congress to come back early from their recess to approve more money for FEMA to distribute to these people trying to get their lives back together. But how far can FEMA go? Are they able to make these victims whole again? The short answer is no. And yes, we did talk about that one-time payment of $750. So to hear exactly what FEMA can do, you can watch my full interview, which is now posted. But in the meantime, if you are affected by Helene or you know someone who is, there is help you can apply for right now. To do that, you can call 800-621-3362. You can also visit disasterassistance.gov. And if you do not have cell service or internet service and you are in the affected area, don't worry, there are members of FEMA on the ground walking through the neighborhoods, going door to door to sign people up. So if you want to watch that full interview I did with FEMA, I will email it out to you tonight in my News Girl News Roundup email, so make sure you sign yourself up.